Peekaboo.
Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to be tackling our very first archdemon. This is the Dragon God. This is the end of World 2 Stonefang Tunnel, so then we're going to go into 2-3 here. And this boss, this Archstone and this Archdemon boss is very simply put a puzzle style boss fight. What that means is there's a very large mechanic that once learned, it is pretty much very trivialized for the boss fight itself. Now I will let you know ahead in advance that I have this split up into a couple of different cuts because I got butt slammed a couple times, so bear with me here. But basically we're going in with pretty much no armor whatsoever. We can go in completely naked because again, this is basically a one-hit kill boss deal. So if he sees you, he's going to kill you instantly. What you need to bring with you in this boss fight is your main hand weapon and either a ranged weapon or a large two-handed weapon. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. But we're going to go in, we're going to start the boss fight with El Dragon Gado here. He's kind of a pain. And with this fight, you're going to turn quickly to the left. There's a crystal lizard you can kill to get a few nice upgradable materials, which is always helpful. And we're going to pick up this sword here because if you've been following my walkthrough up to this point, you should be in pure white tendency, and that will give you access to the Dragon Bone Smasher, which is our two-handed weapon. Now, obviously, I don't have the statistics to wield it effectively, but if you wield it with two hands, you get the same kind of benefit from it without needing the prerequisites, which is really helpful. So the gist with this boss fight is this dragon is going to be scanning around, looking left and right, trying to find you, the player. You have to hide behind these pillars and areas, and you have to cross the entirety of the level. Now, on your way to the right-hand side, there are going to be piles of rubble in your way, and to stop that rubble, you will need to smash it with the large two-handed weapon or a ranged weapon as well, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. And this is an example of what happens when he sees you, by the way. You get boomed. So naturally, we really want to try to avoid that. So we're going to run in, and again with a large two-handed weapon, like the Dragon Bone Smasher, or any two-handed weapon that is large will do, or a compound longbow or a short bow. You can smash it with the Dragon Bone Smasher, as we've done here, or you can also shoot with your arrows. It takes several arrows, though, so it does take quite a bit to get there. So we crush it, we look over here, we wait till he looks to his right-hand side, our left-hand side, to run up and smash the debris. That gives us the most amount of time to clear it out. Now the second area here, we break, and that's it. That big broken pillar there, I kind of overshot it. He sees me, and I should have died there, but I didn't. I had a little bit of health left. So I actually cut through there because I didn't realize that I survived that attack, which was very fortunate. But that broken pillar that was there that I overshot is the hiding spot for that second area. So we make it to the end here, and here is our first of two ballistas that we are going to try to find. Push the button, you'll get a cutscene where the ballista fires off and pins one of his arms to his side. This makes the fight significantly easier because when he does a sweeping check of the area, when he gets to his far right-hand side, he howls in pain for a while, and that distraction gives you plenty of time to make progress on this second area, because it's from this second area onward we have to cross the entirety of the battle map. The first area, of course, was only halfway there. We started halfway in the middle. Now we have to cross the entire arena here to get to the second ballista. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, if we want to go into human form. I don't know why you would want to really in this situation, but that's, you know, up to you, I guess. So these pillars are much easier identifiable and much easier to identify here. So we go from area to area. He's howling at this point, so you can use that time to run through. And he actually screams out in pain twice. If you're really feeling greedy, you can go to that second pillar too, but I'm taking this as easily as possible for this particular area. While I'm waiting for him to do his next sweep around, I'll also mention that the equipment that you start out with in this area doesn't really matter what rings you have equipped, because it's honestly a one-hit kill. I mean, the cling ring you can keep for the sake of, in the event you get lucked out like I do and you get noticed, but the hit doesn't actually kill you. It's very rare that happens, but The Thief's Ring is the other item that I have currently equipped, and I don't believe it makes a difference as far as the stealth goes. So I'm pretty sure you could just equip whatever ring you want. If you actually have like a Ring of Avarice or something that you picked up from 3-1 with the tons of souls, you can have it equipped for the boss fight because you will get a ton more souls in the long run there. So this pillar is the second area here. Very noticeable. He's still howling in pain as he should. And then over there we have another set of rubble. What I do next is I actually run up to break that rubble, and then I double back to this pillar. I don't really want to take the chance to be noticed in this area. And if he notices you, even if you like are able to hide before he, executes you, you can in fact, see, I hit smack it. I actually double back to this pillar, which is the other safe area. If he notices you, he doesn't howl in pain anymore. So you have a very short window to make it the rest of the way, and that puts you at a significant disadvantage. So he's going to do one more sweep. There is one more set of rubble that is blocking our way here. And it usually, as I mentioned before, if you decide to go the bow and arrow route, it takes like anywhere between 5 and 10 arrows, I believe, to knock off the rubble. And from here, it's a really hard, long shot to make. But you can see it's on that first landing. You can finish up by going up the stairs here. There is a crystal lizard in this area, and I end up trying to switch to my main weapon, and I realize I don't have it equipped, so I try to just punch it, and I fail miserably. But again, for those upgrade stones, you might want to try to smack him down if you can. I believe he drops Dragon Stone here, which is a great upgrade material for getting your Dragon Longsword leveled up to max, which is really what you want from this whole level. But anyway, regardless, I find the second Bastila, punch the button, it does the cutscene again, and this is going to leave him with very little health remaining, and he just kind of falls down and passes out on the ground. It's a very sad boss, really. I was expecting much more grandiose and epic feel from this fight, but this is, the puzzle boss of the game, I suppose. So it is what it is. But in this state, he's crippled. He's on the ground. The only thing you need to watch out for is he occasionally breathes fire, and it does fire damage. But even if you get hit with it, you can very easily just track back and heal up. So if you really want to switch up to another ring, you can equip the Ring of Flame Resistance if you really want to make sure that you won't die. But from here, we take our main hand weapon, in this case, the Crescent Falchion. It's been handy-dandy throughout this entire world. We make our way down to the head, and we just basically whack at its chin. And that's pretty much all there is to this fight. You hit it a couple of times in the chin. He might recoil way high in the air a couple times, which is totally fine. You can see I take the hit there just to show you, and definitely not because I suck at this game. And you can see it does about 33 to 40% of your health and damage, so you can take a couple of hits there. I switched to two-handed because I do more damage with it, obviously, and you can obviously see the telegraph when he's breathing fire. You want to avoid that. Smack it a couple more times, it'll fall down, I take one more chance, and then one more shot, and now he's dead. And that will, oh, I didn't get him, one more. There we go, now he's dead. And that is your first Archdemon. So with this Archdemon finally being defeated, on top of gaining the Dragon God Soul, which is an incredible soul that we're going to need for a very cool pyromancy if you want to equip that sort of thing, we also get a Nexial Binding. And the Nexial Binding is an item that allows you to pass through the fog door a Nexial Agent. But it allows you to pass through the fog door in World 1-3. So when we go back to do 1-3, it said that door after we beat the Tower Knight, oh, you can't go through here until you have an Archdemon slayed. That item is what you need to get through there. So we can actually do 1-3 right now if we wanted to. But since we've cleared out that area, once again, we drop back to the Nexus, we repair, we upgrade, we do all the things, and then we get ready for our next video. So I hope to see you at that next video, and I hope you've enjoyed this series so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.